My name is Joy Acquaro, General Manager for Legal Policy and Practice, and I am very privileged to actually be the facilitator for this next session, session 2, which is on diversity in the legal profession, an analysis of barriers to entry within the Victorian legal profession. Just by way of background, I do have a legal background. I've practiced in the suburban practice, in-house counsel, government lawyers, and have been with the LIV now for 5 years, working with the legal policy and practice team. Today we are fortunate to have put together a very dynamic panel of guest speakers to discuss this topic of diversity in the legal profession. And before we start, I just wanted to give a bit of context around diversity and what we mean by that today. So any items of discussion could end up being something on gender, which is going to be one of the key focuses, ethnicity, and already Rainer has raised that as a topic that he's very interested in, sexual orientation, disability, Indigenous, and even age. So there are quite a number of other topics as well, but they're definitely in the ambit of our discussion today. Our panel of speakers will focus on how to overcome the barriers to diversity at a firm level, individual practitioner level. And the panellists will draw on their experiences and provide insights as to how diversity can be harnessed and leveraged to create a competitive advantage. Our panellists will also address some of the issues and challenges surrounding this key issue for the profession. Before our panel discussion, we will hear from 3 keynote speakers. Karen Turi, the Acting Commissioner for the Victorian Equal Opportunity, and Karen will be talking about a snapshot of the Victorian Equal Opportunity and Human Rights Commission report launched at the LIV in December 2012, and it's entitled Changing the Rules, the Experiences of Female Lawyers in Victoria. Karen is also going to talk about some of the implications and requirements of the recently released Workplace Gender Equity Act 2012. And then we have a duo combination of a presentation with Duncan Smith and Kate Sperrett from Diversity Partners. And the sorts of things they will be talking about will be stereotype threat and implicit bias issues such as barriers to diversity within the legal profession. Duncan will examine the causes and consequences of unconscious bias in the workplace. And Katie will discuss how automatic assumptions relating to gender, race and age often impede diversity progress. And then, hopefully, with time, Kate and Duncan will share some examples of unconscious bias from their work and several law firms. So they're our keynote speakers, and then we've got a half-hour panel discussion. And with this panel discussion, we will be including Sally McIndoe, as well as Neil Cockcroft, who's not here at the moment. Just a bit of background about our panellists. Karen Turi is the Acting Commissioner for VORC, and since her appointment to the role in August 2011, Karen has been the Chief Executive Officer of the Commission since January 2010. Karen has worked in the human rights sector for over 15 years and has formal qualifications in marketing, computing, science, behavioural science and law. Quite a lot of background there. After a career in marketing and IT in the private sector, Karen joined the Australian Human Rights Commission in Sydney, left her senior executive role there in early 2010 to take up the position as CEO of VORC. Now Katie is the founder and CEO of Diversity Partners, a boutique consultancy specialising in creating diversity strategies that meets organisational goals. It's about building awareness amongst leaders of unconscious bias and our reactions to differences. Katie is one of Australia's most experienced equity and diversity leaders and is passionate about supporting organisations to create more inclusive and collaborative workplace cultures that support all employees and linking diversity strategies to business strategies and corporate performance. Katie has a track record of results in helping organisations increase the percentage of women in management positions. Duncan is internationally recognised for his subject matter expertise in challenging organisational biases, and it's these organisational biases that we know impede operating success. Duncan has had over 30 years' experience of leading and managing complex projects involving multiple stakeholders and interests in the United States, Western Europe, Australia and the Asia-Pacific region. We then have Sally McIndoe, a partner of Head and Diversity of Norton Rose. Sally is responsible for the development and execution of the firm's diversity strategy. Sally was the first female partner elected to the firm's Board Partnership Council in 2005 and again in 2008. From 2010 to 2012, she was chairman of the Partnership Council. Sally is widely acknowledged for her expertise in all aspects of planning law, with a particular focus on major project development work. As a partner, board member and diversity leader, Sally is a passionate advocate for the business case for the advancement of women and has led the firm's diversity initiatives for 8 years. As a result of her leadership, Norton Rose in Australia was named Employer of Choice for Women by the EWA in 2011, 2012 and 2013. It's a pretty good track record there. Sally was named Diversity Leader for the Advancement of Women in the 2011 EWA Business Achievement Awards and Female Partner of the Year at the 2012 Lawyers Weekly Women in the Law Awards. So well done, Sally. Now, finally, Neil, who hopefully will be here. Neil Cockcroft is the former Head of Diversity and Culture of King & Wood Mallesons. After graduating in law, Cambridge University, UK, Neil's career started in management consultancy with Hayes Group, then PwC, addressing human capital and organisational change. In 2004, Neil joined Citigroup as the Manager of Diversity and Talent, and he also was Group Head of Diversity and Inclusion at NAB.